Just to let you guys know, we're actually live right now. So we're live on our Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. So, so ladies, just tell your parents they're going to be in frame with you. So Anka, you could tell Auntie to come next to you. Yeah, there you go. And Maya, when mom's ready, you could tell her to come next to you too. Kayla? Kayla, you there?
Yes.
Do you want to?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Do you want to go over anything preliminarily with the parents and the models? And Kayla, your head is cutting off. Like your phone.
Oh, sorry. No.
There you go. What's going on with Chris?
I don't know. He messaged back in the group me. I told him to make sure he had a microphone. I'll message him later.
Okay. I'm putting the big clock stopwatch if you want to open a web browser on your computer, Kayla. I have one up to track our timing. I'm going to keep track of that. But you could put one up too, so you're cognizant of time. I'll post it in GroupMe. Oh, and I just mentioned, Kayla, we're live, right? So we're currently live, YouTube, Instagram. I'm sorry, I keep saying Instagram. Oh, maybe we'll turn my camera. Okay. Let me see what this came in. Oh, the Thomases are in. How are you, Ms. Thomas? I see your audio is connecting. Hi, Ms. Thomas. You're on mute still. Just unmute really quick. Look on the app, you'll see the mic. There you go. So just to all the guests, just remember when it's time for you to speak, first thing you do is unmute. But if you're not speaking, mute so we don't get your background noise, right? But just always remember to unmute when we're about to speak. So Ms. Thomas, that's Maya. You remember Maya from the show.
Hi.
And Anka and her aunt. That's Maya's mom.
Hi.
And Anka's been modeling with, how old are you now, Anka?
8.
Wow, really? Wow, 4 years already? Whew. Where's the big guy? Our 4 to 8. There we go. How are you, sir?
Good.
You guys are blending into your background a little, so you might either need to come forward a little so the backdrop, so the computer can distinguish you between your
Okay, I see. Okay. Here it is.
backdrop. Might have to play with it a little.
You may have to play with it, yeah.
All right, we have exactly 10 minutes before showtime. And just to, again, let everyone know we're live on our Instagram and our YouTube.
I can't see. I'm just doing
Hi, Izzy.
Hello. Good morning.
How's it going? Yeah, good morning. Right, it's what, 2:50 in the morning there? Okay.
It's 5 a.m. in the morning.
Oof. So I just actually told Hannah to assist. I wasn't sure what was happening with you.
Oh.
So, all right, I'm gonna make you a
green thing.
co-host.
I'm
Are
just
you hearing
gonna
anything
switch.
from Chris?
I haven't.
Oh, there he is. Okay, Chris?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have an earpiece,
I have one.
Mike?
I have an earpiece.
Oh, you do. There you go. Now you just sound better, whatever you just did.
I'm just trying to get the backdrop on.
The backdrop is there. Oh, you're switching it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now, parent, okay. Your backdrop was giving you trouble, Miss Thomas? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yes, we took it off. We couldn't. You guys couldn't see me, and I couldn't see myself, so I just took it off. I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay. All right, so Izzy, what I'm gonna do is hide your video. So Izzy,
Yes.
yeah, you're gonna keep time. Do you have your group me open?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see the big clock that I posted in there? The link to keep time?
Yeah.
Also, the storyboard rundown is in there. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So what I want you to do is to keep time according to the storyboard rundown, like
Yeah.
before. Okay, and just type in our chat. Keep us current on minute by minute, how much time is left on each segment.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. I'm gonna hide your video just so you're off screen, okay?
Okay.
Communicate if you have any issues on chat and grouping.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Izzy, spotlight whenever someone is speaking. It's very important to stay on top of spotlighting their video and unspotlight them when they finish talking,
Okay.
so that they're the main person on screen. Can you hear us still, Izzy?
Yes, I can.
All right, good. I just hit your video.
I'm gonna join on my computer and then do the stopwatch on my phone because that's a little bit easier.
All right, hurry though. We only have 6 minutes. All right, so parents, again, it's just gonna be, all right, there you go, Izzy, we see you. Do you have your backdrop, Izzy?
Yes.
It was emailed. All right, so parents, again, it's just a casual roundtable dialogue. Okay, so no need to be nervous or anything like that. Izzy, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right, we have 5 minutes to showtime. Hosts, are you guys good with your questions? Why don't you introduce yourselves to the parents, if you could?
Okay, I can start. Hi guys, my name is Kayla Samuels. I'm the Senior Fashion Styling and Wardrobe Coordinator.
Are they still on mute? Okay. So parents, if you can, try to minimize any background noise that you might have so that when it's time for you to speak, you know, we're not picking it up on camera. Chris, you want to do an introduction?
Well, yes, my name is Christopher Prophet. I'm an assistant manager in media production, and I also help out with the PR, public relations as well, PLITZS Fashion Marketing.
Chris, you're in a public setting. Chris? Chris, can you hear us? You're on mute.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm in
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we can hear the background.
I could go to a private setting, but I won't be able to put a background on it. I don't know if I could go outside.
All right, no, stay there. It's not terrible, but we could hear it, so it's fine. You're fine, stay where you are. We have 4 minutes.
I could try to go outside if you want.
What happened to Kayla? What's going on? Okay, she dropped. Kayla? Okay, Kayla's video is dropping in and out now. Communicate with her, Chris. Find out what's happening. And add her in when she comes back.
And my Wi-Fi did go in and out.
Is your internet going in and out?
Yes, but I have it connected though.
I see, well, it says you're connecting. There you go.
I can go outside if the music is that much, but my internet might be a little wonky.
It's fine. No, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Can somebody make Haneen a co-host? Or you know what? I think it's only me. Hold on. I'm not seeing her. Oh, there she is. Haneen, by the way, Izzy is here. So maybe the two of you can split those duties.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, thanks. Both your cameras will be off screen. All right, so 2 minutes, guys. So I'm going to introduce everyone. So Anka and crew, try to center your phone so it gets the three of you in the frame. And the Thomases, you guys are good, come in tight, good. And Maya, you know, I have a terrible time pronouncing, I don't even try to pronounce the name. Oh my God. You know how many times I call and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna try. That's a tough one, boy. Say it again for me, guys.
It's Chalashchik.
Chalashchik. I'm just gonna have you guys pronounce it when I introduce you.
Okay.
Too much. Okay, we have a minute before start time. Oh, is it a latency or is it for, okay. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. All right, we'd like to welcome everybody to Kids in Fashion Roundtable. This is our actually second Kids in Fashion Roundtable, and we're honored to have 3 wonderful guests with us. I'm actually going to have them introduce themselves one at a time. Currently, we have our most recent winners from our very first virtual preliminary model video competition. With the whole pandemic that's going on, we decided to do a virtual show. And we were honored to have 2 of the winners from the kids virtual show with us here today to give us a little insight on their experience in fashion and trying to get into fashion. We have both the models and their parents and aunt with us, one aunt and one grandparent who's a catalyst for pushing forward their career. Now, first I'm gonna start with Anka. Anka, can you, mom and auntie, give a quick introduction? Just let the audience know your names and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Sovik, and I'm 8 years old, and I've been modeling for 4 years.
I'm Yvonne, and I'm Anka's sister. Hi, my name is Lata. I'm Anka's mom.
Great, great to meet you guys. You guys have been modeling with us for about 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, and we're honored to have you here. Now, next we have the Thomases out of Alabama. And before I go on to the Thomases, Anka, you guys are in New Jersey, correct?
Yes.
New Jersey, okay, I didn't want to get that wrong. And now we have the Thomases out of Alabama. Miss Rosa Thomas, can you give an introduction? This is our 4 to 8-year-old winner of our first virtual show. And a male winner, which is actually rare. We've had male winners in the past, more female than male. So we were honored to have a male winner for our first virtual show, 4 to 8. Can the 3 of you give a quick introduction to the audience?
Hi, my name is Draylen Porter. I am 7 years old, turning 8 tomorrow. And
Okay.
I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
And I am Rosia Thomas, and I'm Drayden's grandmother. And I am the one who to start filming and shooting him and his sister Tamia, and teaching them how to model and act. And I'm just a silly person around the home since I had to retire. So I didn't have anything else to do. So I started working with them, doing homework and everything else. So when I read to them, it just became like I made it come to life and they just laughed. So I just started to put them in modeling. And
well, we're glad you pushed it forward. Otherwise, we wouldn't be aware of him. So we're happy that you did that for him, and it paid off. So keep up that great work. And Mom?
Hi, I am Stephanie Porter. I am Draylen's mom. Nice to meet everyone.
All right, it's a pleasure to have the Thomases here out of Alabama. Next, we have Maya. And Maya and her mom have such a complicated last name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, so I'm going to have them do the honors. Guys, if you could unmute.
Hi, my name is Maya Chalashik. I am 11 years old, and I am from New York. And this is my mom.
Hello, my name is Renata Chalashik.
Okay, it's a pleasure to have you guys. And Maya, by the way, is the winner of our 9 to 15 category in our virtual show #1 for kids, our first virtual show. So we're honored that she actually won her division too. So we have 2 winners here, and we have a model that's been with us for 4 years. Since she was 4 years old, she's now 8. I couldn't believe she's now 8, but she's now 8 years old. So I'm going to now introduce our two show hosts. First, we have Kayla Samuels. Kayla Samuels is a senior styling and wardrobe coordinator with PLITZS Fashion Marketing. Kayla, could you give a quick introduction to the team? Excuse me, to the audience.
Hi guys, like you said, my name is Kayla Samuels. I'm Senior Fashion Styling and Wardrobe Coordinator. Thank you for joining today. And I also really want to quickly say congratulations to you guys on winning the competition. I was there and everybody did really good. But yeah, I'm excited to be here today and I can't wait to start asking you guys some questions.
Great. And next we have Christopher Profit. He is an Assistant Manager of Media and Public Relations. Christopher?
Yes, hi guys, my name is Christopher. As Mr. Hsu said, I'm Assistant Manager in Media. I help out with the video production and I work on public relations. Also, I would like to extend a congratulations to all the winners from this past Fashion Week. And I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much, Christopher. All right, so we're going to go into the first segment, first topic of our roundtable, Kids in Fashion. And I'm now going to turn it over to the two hosts. Oh, by the way, let me correct myself. I did not introduce, we have our two show coordinators. I like to give credit to everyone on our team. Our two coordinators today is Izzy. Izzy is actually all the way in Australia, so it's about 5 a.m. there. So we appreciate her helping to coordinate, produce the show. And we also have Haneen Hatem, our assistant manager. Izzy is a production coordinator for production marketing. And Haneen is a assistant manager for our production and marketing out of Canada. So thank you guys. They're in the background, so you're not going to see them. So we're going to turn the show over now to our two show hosts, Kayla Samuels, Christopher Profit. Kayla? Kayla just on mute, or did she freeze? Look like her video
My
froze.
first question is before.
Okay. Yeah, you froze for a moment, Kayla. Go right ahead. Are we having technical?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Go right ahead, Kayla. Okay, Chris, why don't you take over while Kayla...
What would you say?
Yeah, it seems like you were going in and out, Kayla. Just repeat your question for the show guests and indicate who you'd like to go first in answering your question.
My
right,
first,
Chris.
I'm gonna.
All right, Kayla, we're gonna have Chris go into the first question while you work on the technical item. Chris? Can you address the first question? Mm-hmm.
Right. This is for like pretty much the entire panel, but I could start with the parent of Maya. Have you thought of putting your child in a modeling agency? And what would, and if so, what do you think agencies would look for in having a child be part of their roster?
We have like background music, so it's like kind of hard to like hear. Can you repeat
Oh, you know what? Repeat that again, Chris. They didn't hear you properly.
Okay. I just wanted to say, have you thought of putting your child in a model agency?
Actually, because 1 year, like last year, she started taking like classes, like acting, modeling, runway classes. Like she started October. She went for casting for the MMG company. She was accepted, and we signed the contract on March. But you know, they were so slow from the March. You know, everything. It's she signed the contract, and after that was like
everything happened.
Yeah.
Virus.
Well, tell us a little more about that process. So how did you get in touch with the agency? How did you go about seeking them out?
Actually, you know, she was asking me like 4 years ago, Mommy, can I start? I said, no, it's like, was always like, I was like, oh, maybe not yet, not yet. But then like I find the school, it's like, you know, Long Island, it's like Tower Talent. Because I said, if you want to do that, we have to start with the classes. And on September, that was October. I went to the school. I signed her for the classes, like she taking like acting classes, modeling,
and runway. And then they had auditions like every Sunday.
Every Sunday they do, like not every, like sometimes like twice a month or like once a month. They having like a audition in the studio. And we like, that was like a few months ago. We went for audition, and somebody contacted me after 2 days after from the New York MMG. We had call back, and they offer us no exclusive contract, and we signed in on March. Yeah.
To follow up, so what was there anything specific they were looking for in when you auditioned?
Honest, we knew with that, for me, it's like, it's hard, because everything for me, it's new. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to ask that to also to Mrs. Rosa Thomas. Have you thought about having your child in an agency?
Well, Miss, I'm gonna reflect on, and I don't want this to sound negative, but I guess I need to ask Mr. Shear, would this be appropriate? But I wanted to reflect on MMG, what Ms. Maya just talked about, because the same thing was attempted with me, but I seen red flags, and I ended up getting the contract here when I read everything in the contract, and right immediately they wanted dragging it into me or both. And when I started reading that, I said no. And so my whole goal is to protect them. And I didn't like some of the things in the contract, and that's how I ended up with that agent. So I tried with that agent. So I ended up getting involved with the person who did a photo shoot in Atlanta, which was this magazine. And that's how I got their photo shoot, video shoot, to get their professional photos, because I knew that's what I needed. And that's what I was looking for at the time, because I kind of know how to market them when you have the professional photos. And Miss Oliza, let me see what's her name, Mullins, she thought I was an editor. She really thought I was an agent. And she was I helped her at her shoot. I was getting the kids dressed and doing hair, and she was amazed, saying, "You need your own agent." She said, "You gotta be." And so she was, it just, I don't know, it must just be a natural, because when I read the contract, I just couldn't go with MMG because I seen the red flag of MMG. And so that is my agent communication, I would say, for right now.
And we pretty much just kind of did research on our own. Right. So we decided that, we can be their agents, right, or we can, market them. And that's what we have been doing so far.
And manage them. And like I told them before, I am the manager, and I have the best interest at heart. And the person even spoke kind of negative with that part. And I was like, these are my babies, and I will be everywhere with my babies because they are my responsibility. So that's when I was like, no. So that's what my experience with it. And that should have been their experience, because when it comes to children, that is one of the number one things is protection. And that is my heart, is kids and teenagers. I worked as a nurse for so many years. So And I think I'm just visual, just being a nurse.
So what would be like for the steps? Like you said, you marketed your son yourself. Like, so if you were to give someone else some advice of how to do that, how would they go about doing that?
Making sure you have good photos. Make sure you get with a good photographer, someone who have a compassion for children, and interview your photographer. We didn't want to leave each other. I felt like we were family. We still communicate with each other, and she in LA. It just go with your, I won't say natural gut. You have to really, really be vigilant. You have to look into the integrity of the person. But to see her in action around other kids, you know. And I looked on her way up, and she have a blog of the insight on the blog of behind the scenes. And when I seen it, I was like, oh my goodness, she just like me. Then when we was at the photo shoot, she was telling the makeup artist, oh, I don't do this and do that. And I said, oh my goodness, if we work together, we'd be fighting, because it's the authentic and all in the professionalism she had, and how she wanted everything done so right for her photo shoot. And you could just see it in her. And when you see that character, that's what you look for. You just don't want anyone that's just want to shoot your child. You want someone who has that compassion and love what they do. And I seen it in her. And when you read about her, she said when she did her first shoot with a child, I think it was in 2010, that was it. And that's how we ended up getting her to do their photo shoot.
Another thing that we forgot to mention before is we did start them out on kidscasting.com. That website, we did research as well, to see if they were creditable, make sure we didn't have to pay like a whole bunch of fees and things up front. So they have been very, very helpful with casting them in different things, whether it's modeling, doing scripts for movies, just pretty much anything that's dealing with the industry. And their staff is excellent too. Oh, yeah. They communicate with you, they help you through the process if you have any questions. So we use kidscasting.com as well to, assist them with their modeling career.
Because they do have agents that actually, they will do auditions. They'll send you notice, and they'll do auditions themselves. And they actually will pick kids out that they feel fit into a role. And I was getting emails, and I'm like, who is this? And I had forgot that they were saying they were actually pull some kids, and they actually will actually talk to you about things that you can do on their page to promote your child. What pictures to put on the page, like put video and things like that. So they're really helpful, and the site is free.
Hi everyone, Wayne Shields here. I apologize, my entire network went down. I'm glad you guys were able to continue talking, I take it. So I apologize for that. Christopher, you could continue on. Is Kayla on the line also?
I don't think so.
You can continue.
I just want to pose the same question to parent of Anka. Like, has she thought also of putting her child in a modeling agency?
She signed a paper 2 years ago with the Glitter agency in New Jersey. We're okay with that. And she's happy, she's good. Last year, she was every Saturday runway training and acting. And this year, we're not taking that class because we have some different things to do. But we are okay with our agency.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think things have changed? And I mean, I've known you for 4 years. Do you think things are different now as opposed to back then? Do you think it's easier, harder?
I signed this year for Anka, but I made mistake because that agent, it's not for the runway and the fashion show. That agent, it's more with the acting,
print advertising.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your preference for Anka? just to enlighten the audience.
I think Anka's better off for right now. Maybe when she gets older, she can do acting, but I think we all agree that Anka, as of right now, is best off doing like runways and modeling and photo shoots like that.
Can we hear from Anka a little bit, if we could? Anka, how do you feel? So let me ask you this, Anka. Do you remember your first time modeling runway?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us a little bit how you felt on the runway then, and how do you feel now when you're on the runway? Are you more confident? Do you think you know what to do better?
When I first started walking on the runway, I was first a little nervous, but now I'm not nervous. I'm confident. I can show people what I know, what I can model, I can do everything.
Okay, so what do you think you're best at? What do you think when you're on the runway, what do you think you do best? Is it your walk, your posing? Like, what do you think you're really good at?
My posing.
You're posing? Okay, so you feel confident there. Nice, nice. So what do you think you want to do next? What's the next big thing you want to do in fashion and modeling?
Acting.
Ah, you want to be a thespian. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Anka.
I just want to say something.
Yes, go right ahead.
First show, it was in Washington, D.C., and she was 3.5 years, and that time she doesn't speak English. That's why she was nervous.
She was still speaking Serbian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, she sounds like a true American now. All right, thank you guys. Chris, do you have another question for us?
Another question I was wondering is for the panelists, what is a good age for parents to start out modeling their child? What is a good age to start out looking for agencies? I'd like to ask, starting with Anka, mother.
I can tell a little bit long story about that. Maybe 3 years ago, I got the message for some agency, and we was there and I interviewed, and I just called Mr. Shields before I signed, and he's telling me something that I agree with him. At that time, I just thinking about sign the paper and the contract, and penalty. It was very high if you doesn't want to be with that agency one day. And he told me like this, nothing before 10 or 12, because kids change their mind. Anka now, she loves the walking in a fashion show, doing the photo shoot, but we don't know what's happened in the future. Maybe the next year she doesn't want to. And I think that's not before 10 or 12 years. That's my opinion. How I think.
You're absolutely right about that. Kids, they're into everything. So I try to tell parents, similar to what I might have told you at the time, kids change their minds. And I've talked to parents that spent thousands of dollars in a particular, be it acting, modeling, dancing, singing. And then the child's like, I'm not into that anymore. And they're devastated because they're like, we did all this investment, all this money and time, and now you're not into it anymore. And then they just stress the child out, right? So I always tell parents, let them try a little of everything and they'll gravitate to what they want, but be prepared. It could be a month, 2 months, a week, and they're like, I'm not into that anymore. So you can't be devastated by it. So yeah, so thank you for that. Chris?
Maybe I'd like to pose the same question to the parent of Maya. What's her opinion about what age a child should start modeling at?
You want to go?
What age do you think a child should start modeling?
That's why, like, when you said, like, when she started asking me, like, 3-4 years ago, I said, I will wait, because what about if I gonna, take so much time, and then after 1 or 2 years she doesn't want to do it, and that's why I wait like few years. But after like 3-4 years she asked me to do that. I said, oh, maybe that's the time. And I asked in agency when we went signed the contract, And I asked them, I said, maybe I shouldn't wait that long. She said, no, you did a great time, because you don't know if she didn't change her mind like a few years ago, that she said, I did a great decision. I waited a few years.
Oh, okay. And how long has it been now?
No, she's new. She just started she just started like October. She's just taking the classes, because when we signed the contract on March, nothing happened, because the start was closed, like after we signed but we have no exclusive contract. If we want to go with the different agency, we will see what's going to happen, because she didn't have nothing from the March, but I understand was everything closed. But she wants to more do like runway, like she really loved it. I see how she doing at home. She's like, and she spent and she's like, and she's still in the she's doing the oh my god, she's on the dance dance team competition. She's go like she do like 8 hours a week dance, and she's still doing like poses at home. I can see that she really enjoy it, like what she's doing. I can see that. I said, yeah,
that's the key. I think they have to love what they do or enjoy it for the time that they're doing it. So
yeah, because I don't want to, it's not my decision. It has to be her decision. I don't want to push her. I just want to make sure if she wants to do it, I will support her, but that has to be her decision, I think.
You're absolutely right about that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Same that Miss Rosa Thomas has. What age does she feel that a child should start modeling?
At what age do you feel a child should start modeling?
Well,
who's the question for, Chris?
He's the only one.
Okay. Well, with us, I just feel like it just depends on the child. You actually can look at your child and know and see the gifts and the talents that they have at a very young age. Even before my kids, when they started walking, they both were into dancing. They love to dance. They did not have a shy bone in their body. We went to family reunions, or we were out in public, or whatever music would play, they would dance. So they never was shy. But I feel that maybe 4 to 5 years old is a good age for a child to start modeling. Because at that age, they kind of know not exactly what they want to do, but you can kind of see things that they're interested in. The reason we decided to put, Draylon and his sister into modeling and different things, because a lot of people will come up to us and like, hey, your kids are very talented. We see this, we see that. Maybe you need to try modeling or dancing or something to that nature. So that's one of the reasons why we decided, to move forward with it. And like Draylon, he'll be 8 tomorrow, and my daughter, she's 5. So I think starting out 4 or 5 is a good age for them to start, a modeling career, any type of, career in this industry.
And wait,
Let's go right ahead, Ms. Thomas.
And when you relate to saying the age group, like she was saying, we just seen the natural, and then other people, strangers, just walk up to you and just say, oh, I'm gonna see you at one of her shows. You look at people like they're weird. But another thing too, I don't think the parents should be bound by an agency, inclusive, and that child won't have to be stuck with just one avenue of a talent.
You bring up a great point, Ms. Thomas. It's something that I try to emphasize to parents too. And, a lot of times we have people that audition with us, parents of kids, and especially when we were doing our physical auditions at the time. And a lot of people would think we're a model agency, but we're not that. We're a production company. We produce shows. Fashion brands are our clients. But we do have children brands, and we do our Model of the Year show and our Kids Fashion Democracy show for kids. But what I try to tell parents when they seek my advice is that they should try to give themselves what you just spoke about, Ms. Thomas, freedom, because your child a month later could be like, I don't want to do that anymore, right? So you have to make sure that you're not bound in a way where you don't have the freedom to exit out if you want to. Also, every agency specializes in certain things. So you heard Anka's mom earlier. She said, you know, the agencies that I'm with, they're more centric towards or heavily weighted towards a particular area of fashion. And it's the same with Ford, IMG, Elite, all these agencies. Some agencies, boutique agencies, they might have more clients on the editorial end, on the commercial end, or, you know, some other area, right? So you don't want to be stuck with a company or an agency or representation that has you locked into some.
I think Mr. Shields was just got lost. Another question I wanted to have asked you is, since you've done doing things a lot on your own, what are some good in like photo techniques that you recommend that if you're on a budget or you can hire a good photographer, what can they do? What can you do to take good pictures for your child?
Talking to me, you asking this to me, Mister? You said Miss Thomas?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. For you, Miss Marissa Thomas.
okay.
I'm sorry.
One thing, you're a real good camera. And I waited to Black Friday and made sure I went and got me one of the best cameras. I mean, I saved like $400 or more on it. And you get your photo equipment and you get your shadow box and you get your flash box. You get your professional equipment at home. You get your selfie lighting. Find the best room in your home and set up your own little studio and start shooting your own baby's pictures. Take them outside and take your shower out with you and shoot your own baby pictures and just shoot. When we first started out, we just took pictures. And then the second time we took them a little bit better inside. But what we did, we just took lampshades off lampshades. And now I have ordered professional photographer lighting. And now I'm planning on doing my own photo shoot. I'm shooting my family, all my family. I'm setting up a website. And it was going to be so far in the South. And it's so much goes on here in the South. Me and Mr. Shields even talked about that. Because he was just saying, maybe you need to start your agent, but he didn't realize I already was thinking about that, because I'm trying to do something to let these teens stop shooting and killing themselves, because it's bad really here. And even our authorities want to find something for the kids to do. And I already used to write plays for church, and I had kids so involved. And I want to get back to doing that. And now since I'm retired, I have more time to focus on that. So I have so many family members that I want to shoot and make a website. And I just want to it's about building their self-esteem up and letting them know that they have a self-worth. But buy your supplies, order them, go online and just order your whole kit. You can just go get the cheapest one you can get and just set it up in a room and get you a good camera. You don't have to get the best camera. Just get a good camera that you can have a flash box. But the main thing, have a flash box, because a flash box is one that gonna actually make a good picture even on the outside. But you also can get the one with the selfie. And I know all of you are probably gonna see those that you can put your own little cell phone inside of it. And I think you get it the biggest size, like a 32. I think it's 10 inside. And you can warm the light. You can make it bright. You make it 3 different colors with a stand, and photo shoot your baby and make your baby a whole collage and put it on Instagram and just shoot your baby. You don't have to, and really you You just have to, you're a freelance. You're a freelance. You're freelancing your baby. So you making yourself a professional photographer. You showing your work. You put your baby makeup on. You don't have to put a whole lot of makeup on your baby to be beautiful. Your baby beautiful as as they are. And that's how you shoot. The money you spend on photos that I spent is the money that you actually find your equipment, and it's gonna be a lot less. I think I spent less than, not my camera, but I spent less than maybe $300 to get all my equipment, and I got a lot of it.
Okay, I've just been told that we have to move on to the next topic. So the next topic is the different ways to promote your child as a model. The different ways to how to promote your child as a model. So I'd like to pose this to the parent of Annika. Like, how do you feel about social media? And like, how much time would you have to spend on social media to promote your child effectively?
Because Instagram. I'm posting the pictures every day, and we are okay with that.
Also, Anka has a TikTok account, so Anka jokes around on that account and she has fun, and that's also a way you can promote the model.
So I'd like to ask Miss Maya, parent of Maya, like what social media platforms is she on?
Well, I'm on Instagram and TikTok.
And Miss Thomas, is your son in any on any social media platforms besides let's say Instagram or anything?
Well, we are working on that, starting his Instagram page. We do have a couple of YouTube videos under my mom's account, but they're going to create their own account so they can have their own, so we can promote them and not the parent or the grandparent. And we're deciding on putting them on Facebook as well.
How much time do you spend on going on social media? How much time do you like how much time do you spend like out of the day on putting pictures up, putting content out?
For the kids.
Yes, for the kids, yeah.
Yeah, for the kids, we haven't started yet, but that's something that I'm gonna work on pretty much this week. Because they really just start getting into the modeling thing. We just started it out this year, but for me, if it was just say for instance, if you just want an example, I really don't post on social media. I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram. It's just really for entertainment. But if I had to spend time out the day just to post the kids' pictures, I'll probably say maybe about an hour or two out the day. Just just to post pictures of, or maybe a couple of pictures out the day for the kids.
And if I do it, I maybe put 2 pictures a day.
Yeah.
If I do it, I may put 2 a day. I don't put everything out there at once. I just put a few. I don't want
one or two
everything about them. I mean, you want them to be curious, but you don't want them to know everything.
May I ask a question? Now, is there a strategy that you do to this, or you're just posting? Are you tracking stats in Instagram, Facebook to see how these posts are performing?
Well, we're on YouTube because we haven't posted them on Instagram and Facebook.
You just went on mute accidentally. You got to unmute. Yeah.
Okay. So my mom, she's not on social media, but I'm on social media. Now she does do the YouTube. So we'll post a video on YouTube of the kids dancing or something, maybe once or twice a week, or try to at least.
You know, what happened was when you post on kid casting, I did not know that when I post on kid casting, it automatically goes to YouTube. And so Stephanie was down yesterday, and I was looking at the YouTube, and I said, well, how in the world people they said she had 15 views for her dance. And I was like, but I posted this on Kid Casting. And I did not know when you post on Kid Casting, it automatic posts on YouTube. And it had, like, she had like a 20% increase. And I just had posted video. And she had all of them right. And I was saying, okay, they liked her video, but I didn't put it on YouTube. And then Taffany had to go show me how that happened. But I was like, I kind of got frustrated. I said, well, I didn't put that for them to look at. It was for her, for audition, that they was wanting a dancer for her age group to be part of a competition on TNT. And I was just shocked that it goes automatically. So that teaching me a lot. I'm kind of I have a lot of fear of this, having the social media pages up, you know, but I guess I'm gonna have to start getting used to it. But her video just had 15 hits on her dance because I taught her how to do ballet. I taught her how to dance. I mean, she never been in a dance class. And that people who see her dance, and it's
what I
amazing.
actually advise parents to do is, and legal guardians, is to actually go on YouTube and just type, or in Google, and just type how to promote myself as a model on social media. You have high-end, high-caliber experts that people pay consultant fees to that are teaching you online on YouTube how to do all of those techniques. So I highly advise parents or anyone trying to get into modeling, YouTube is the best free university you could have. Free consulting. Just go on there and just type, you know, anything you need to know about how to market. And a lot of parents that I've dealt with over the years, I think one of the big mistakes they make is that they're looking for an agency to do the work for them, or they're looking for, it's kind of like they just want to reach in their wallet and say, here, make it happen for me, right? Make them famous, make them known. Because I've had, and Anka's mom can attest to this, because she's done quite a few of our shows. You'll have parents where their kids don't win the show and they're like, this was a scam. I don't want to deal with this. I thought there would be magazines here and, you know. So Anka's mom know all about that. And even our recent show, I think I said this to Ms. Thomas earlier today when we spoke via phone. A couple of the parents that did the virtual show, as soon as their child didn't win, they were like, remove me from this group, you know. So it's unfortunate that people take on that attitude. But what I try to tell people is that you have the best interest of your child in hand. So you need to get on social media and you need to put them out there so that people are aware of it. You might run into a designer, a photographer, somebody that, or an agency. A lot of agencies scout online now. They don't even, you know, do physical auditions. They scout through Instagram. So I advise everybody to definitely be very, very proactive on social media. All right. I'm going to turn it over to Chris for our final topic, I believe. Chris, you're on mute.
Yes. So the final topic for today, I was wondering, is the pros and cons on the journey to becoming a child model. So I'd like to start this off with the parent of Annika. What in your journey in the pursuit of having a child become a child model, what were the costs in terms of financial things, that the pros and cons? I know, like, in terms of cost, in terms of travel, what were the issues you had to go to do with that?
Well, I know in the very beginning when Anka started doing this, the first, I can't say agent, but the first like person she was going to walk for, yeah, the producer, it was in Washington, D.C., and we live in Jersey, so it's a 4-hour drive. So we would always have to go every Sunday for 3.5 hours. Well, it was a 4-hour drive, so like the cost of gas and the tolls. But other than that,
but he asked us to sell the tickets. That's the first time that we just was in a show and we don't know how it's gonna work. And he gave it to us I think 16 tickets we have to sell for that show.
But
I'm very curious. No, go ahead. Sorry, finish your thought.
No, I was gonna say, but other than that, all the pros led to where Anka is now. So I think we're both grateful for everything that happened and everything that was there with Anka through her journey.
So you think it balanced out? balance itself out. And it's been so long. How did you guys find PLITZS? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Because you started at 3.5.
I remember. No, we have a show in Philadelphia with that producer too. He has a show in Washington. After 2 months, and someone gave it to me the car, your business card, and I think I call you, and you say you have to come on a casting. And we can see, doesn't matter that she has experience or not, she has to come, I have to see her. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's word of mouth. Okay. I couldn't recall. It's been so long. So thank you for that. Chris?
I would like to pose the same question to the parent of Maya. What was her cost in terms of travel and in terms of financial cost to get Maya into modeling?
Actually, like the gas, like we drive like every week on, like we was doing like every week, like she was doing three classes. It's take like 45, like almost like 1 hour to get for the classes, and just gasoline. And my friend, my very good friend, she's the photographer, and she give me like big discounts, because you have to start with nice pictures, and she didn't cost me like usually the photographer, cost. She gave me like big discount, and it was great. Yeah.
Now, were you able to leverage those photos that you got from her? Do you think it brought you opportunities?
Yeah, there are actually, even when we was going to the agency, she said the pictures are great. We don't have to, what is great, that's my, because usually she give me a lot of pictures, not like few, like 3 or 4. Usually we get like 20 pictures. She give me always nice pictures, and usually we have a lot of pictures, and we was be able to use on the agency. We didn't have to use the photographer from the New York MMG. She was able to use those pictures.
Oh, they were quality enough.
Yeah, that was good quality. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to. Yes.
All right. Thank you. And Maya, what about you? Let's hear from you, Maya. Let's hear from some of these models. How do you feel about all of them?
Well, about like every modeling.
Yeah. What do you think the pros and cons? In other words, what do you think the good and the bad was about, starting out in your journey into fashion? What do you think some of the good things were? What were some of the bad things?
Like every time, I would ask my mom, every day, after school, it was on my mind every day. I was like, Mom, could I do modeling and stuff? I was asking my mom every day. And then she was one day she was like, we went to our Tower Talent, my studio, or the studio I do classes in. And then, we just got into that. And then I met a nice teacher. His name is Drew Felton, and he taught me a lot. Now I, know how to pose. He teach me runway. He teach me all these stuff, and I'm really grateful that he teach me about it.
And he even moved you on the
he even moved me to the older girl, because I was in I was in
group 9 to 12.
9 to 12, but then he was one day he was like, oh Maya, you should really go to the older groups. So then I started going every day for 3 hours for and I would usually get home at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. But I really enjoyed it.
I know Miss Rosa Thomas, I know she does everything herself. So I know that must be a lot financially going on to get your child going on. I know if you were going to expound on that, it's how much you have to do, so you do everything yourself anyway. It must take a lot more effort.
Oh, the only expense was just paying the photographer and Tamil and Draven I'll be coming out on the cover of Dixie magazine, I guess soon. On the cover of Dixie magazine this month, I think. So I'm looking forward to looking at their pictures together. That's gonna be exciting for me. But that's the only cost was to get into professional photographer. And I just love it because I mean, like I said, we just like we were sisters. We didn't want to, we hugging and we had on masks and just hugging. We didn't want to leave each other. We just spent a good 4 hours together, you know, at a beautiful resort in Atlanta. And you know, she came all the way from LA. And it was just it was nice. It really was.
Yeah, so the only expense was really the photography, getting their pictures completed and just traveling to Atlanta. One thing, we're only about 2 hours away from Atlanta, so the drive is not bad. Gas really is not bad since gas is kind of cheap right now.
A lot of them.
But pretty much that's the only expenses that we have had so far right now, because we just started this, you know, this year actually.
And she has, and she did give us so many pictures. We have a lot of Draylin and Mia, and she gave us a lot of them together. And I was grateful that she gave us so many together as siblings too.
To all the parents, have like since now doing this, has there any problems with school wise? Has there any problems with now you're doing modeling now? Has there been any issues with school? I'll start out with Rosa Thomas, and then we can move on to the parent of Maya.
Well, we actually started this when they were out of school. That's when coronavirus had hit pretty bad and they stopped going to school completely. So they pretty much been doing schoolwork at home. And then after that, school was out for the summer. So school will be starting back the week after next. So we'll probably see some challenges then. You know, we're trying to continue their modeling career and with schoolwork. But right now, it's been smooth sailing because they've been at home anyway.
About the parent of Maya.
No, she's very been good in school because she's very organized, you know, and she's been like almost like 3 years in the competition team dance. She knows if she has to work hard, she will get. She's very good in the school. Yeah.
And how about the parent of Annika? How's school going for her?
Well, when it comes to modeling in school, we don't really have a problem. It's just sometimes if we have to go somewhere, like let's say New York or like a farther drive, we would just take Anka out of school a few hours early, and that's basically it. But everything else is good.
Another question I have with the panelists is, so now that your kid's a model, you know, and as hopefully his career his or her career will be going upward and prospering. Has there been any changes now that has the child been getting a little bit more full of himself a little bit? I don't know if Annika, you maybe could probably see if she's still very like the same person she was before she started modeling.
Well, Anka in the very beginning, she didn't really speak English because we speak Serbian at home. That was both of our first languages. So in the beginning, she was very shy and quiet, but I think she's good now. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about a parent of Maya? Has you seen any changes in Maya since she started modeling, or is she?
I see, but like even like few years ago when she even started dance, I saw in the beginning she was very shy. She wasn't the person who always in the front, you know, she was always in the hiding in the back. And I see totally different. She's very like open. She's very like, she feel like she loves to doing that. And I can see like how happy she is, you know. I can see that makes her happy. Even if she go for the classes, she enjoy it, you know. She's like,
Or like when I started my first edition, I came out like a tomato. I was like so scared. And then when I started doing more editions, I was more confident and I came out like, Mom was like, are you okay? Because I came out like red. I was like, oh no. And then when I started doing it, I was like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, and I was like, sometimes I feel so bad because sometimes you go in for audition. It's like a mother, you feel like, oh, she didn't get in, but I just wonder if she's,
I just gotta keep on trying.
Yeah, keep on trying, because sometimes they're looking for somebody, like, it's not like something wrong with you. It's like they're looking for somebody else, I don't want if she feel pressure. I just want if she have like freedom, No, it's like so how to say. Yeah, if she enjoyed to doing that, like it's of course you have to work hard, but enjoy, not like yeah.
Miss Rosa Thomas, have you seen a change in your child during this process?
Braylon, just let him answer. What you think, bro?
I didn't see no changes because I'm really not that shy. Because I love to dance and model.
Can I ask Mr. Thomas a question? What do you want to do next? Now that you have conquered one aspect of modeling, winning this virtual show, what is your next step?
Well,
no, this is for the model. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
And did you tell anyone in school that you won? Did you tell your friends?
No.
No, what? You should be bragging that. Maya, did you tell anybody?
I think I'm the only one in my classroom that has a phone. I mean, I really can't call them.
Well, you need to post it
I
up.
will be bragging about it.
Oh.
Okay. By the way, we're going to send you the virtual trophy that you see in your poster. So we'll send that to you. You could post it around on social media. Same for you, Maya. We'll do that. All right. Well.
Okay. I'm sorry, because I think because I'm on Facebook, I don't use Instagram much. And
you should start. A lot of opportunities are on Instagram. So sign her up for an account.
I do have it.
Maya, she have account. Thank you so much to came out with that, because we switch after you give us advice, like you were saying, it's good that's why I don't know if it's because she used to have in like Maya Chelashchik, but now she changed like Maya New York City, like
Right.
But sometimes I'd say it's good, because what about if somebody want to find her but her name, you think it's good to keep in like not in the.
Right. So the advice that I give everybody is that, the internet, it's a benefit, but it has a lot of dangers too. And you're dealing with minors, right? So you have identity theft going on. You got all kind of craziness going on. So you don't want to put their full legal name out there, right? It could be Maya the NYC, Maya the Model NYC, Maya the Model NJ for New Jersey, something like that, right? Or use her middle name if you want to. Now, if you come across legitimate people, and I tell everybody, if someone contacts you, check them out. It's easy to do now with the internet. If you see they're legitimate and you're going to meet with them or anything like that to sign any kind of paperwork, then you use your legal name. But otherwise, I advise not to when you're just putting up a profile.
Yeah, of course. That's why when you told me that, I said that, yeah, that's good advice, because I never thought about it. I'm so new with that. It's so hard for me, it's like I'm and I want to say, like, I want to share it on Facebook, but I think like under her profile, Maya Win, you put the
the full name.
No, you put not her pictures, you put on Facebook.
That wasn't, I put his pictures, right?
Yes, because I want to share it.
Yeah, that was our fault. We made an error on that. So it's on the other Facebook, we have a bunch of Facebook pages. We changed it. So we'll
because
send it.
We'll post it to you again. We'll post it to you again. Don't worry. We're going to fix it and post it today. And another
So
thing,
yeah.
she's from, there was like, she's from New York. It was from New Jersey, Maya.
Oh, so you are in New York.
East Meadow, New York. Yes,
Oh, I thought it was Jersey. So
No,
that
New York.
was on me because I thought you were actually Jersey. And I
No,
did.
New York.
It is New York. Okay. So we'll make those two corrections for you.
Okay.
But I just want to, we're up against 4 o'clock on the dot Eastern Standard Time, and we're at the end of our show. But I just want to say to the entire audience, thank you, everyone that's watching. And I need to apologize. I have all the web seminars, podcasts, webcasts that we've done. I've never had an issue where me as the host kept getting bumped off, but I apologize for those interruptions. But I want to sincerely thank all 3 of our show guests today. Just want to give you all a round of applause. Congratulations again to Mr. Thomas and Maya. I can't pronounce your last name, so I'm just going to say Maya, on their wins on our first virtual show. And I want to say a special thank you to Anka. It's like, I feel like I watched her grow up, you know? She was this little thing. And I think we're going to actually do an edited profile on you because we have so much footage of you. You've done so many of our shows. We have a lot of footage from when you were little at 4 up to now. So we're going to do a promo on that. And I want to thank the parents for, allowing their kids to participate in this webcast. This is our second one. We'll have another next month. The show is once a month, our webcast podcast. And I want to also thank the family. So Mr. Thomas's grandmother, she actually is the catalyst to push everything forward. So we want to thank her very much for bringing Mr. Thomas to us. And we want to thank Anka's aunt. She was the catalyst to assist Anka in her journey in fashion also. So we want to thank both of you. I also want to thank our 2 hosts. One of our hosts had technical issues. We hope to straighten these technical issues that I had today and she had going in the future. Want to also thank our show coordinator, Izzy. She's all the way in Australia. It's probably about 6 in the morning there now. And I want to thank Haneen in Canada, our other coordinator for today. I want to thank everyone. Hopefully you get an opportunity to go out and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, but we appreciate you taking this hour to tune in and watch and hear the advice and experience and journey of our 3 kids and fashion guests today at our roundtable. Everyone, thank you again. Have a great day. And we hope to see you again. So please stay safe and healthy. We want to advise everyone until we see you again. See you next month. Bye, guys.